Hi there. So there were some questions about how exactly do you set up the send return effects in the DJ template, and how do you use them creatively. So I'll just do a little session on that. So I have the template that I made, but without anything in the effect slots here, and I just have two tracks. And just to go over the basics again of the effects and the routing and everything, we have to have a track playing. So I'll start this clip here. Okay, so now if we move this thing up, you'll see we get the same signal over here, right? So if we have the signal in here, and there's an effect slot here, or there's like an insert effect, you know, like a flanger or a delay or whatever, glitcher or whatever, then you will hear its effects if it's on here. So what we need to do, we need to stop this clip. We'll need to put some sort of effect in here. So let's just use a ping pong delay. Make it 100% wet, group it into a rack, and then I'm just going to assign the feedback and these two to those macros. And if you look on the controller, it's already set up so that the A sends and the B sends and the C sends. And the D sends are all working for you, but these knobs don't do anything, so we just need to go into the MIDI mapping, go in here, change those. This I have weird MIDI looping thing, so if yours doesn't do that, then don't worry. But let's see, it's got a grr. Really need to figure out what's going on with that looping. All right, there we go. Okay, so now our knobs affect that, and you can do these effects in one of two ways. You can add the effects over the top, or you can completely take the original signal out of the mix. So let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to start this clip, and it's playing something, right? So now if I take this fader all the way down, the volume's gone. But if I turn up the ascend, oh, right, the delay. And then you can still cut out stuff out of it. And the reason that works is because the send returns are set up as a pre-fader and not post-fader. If I click that, then signal only comes through if it's coming through here. That nice long feedback going. If you take the feedback and everything off, say if you just had like a different effect on there, take that effect off. So if you had an effect in there, let's say you had a different effect, say that just glitches your signal out, like there's the new version of dB glitch, which is glitch 2, which is still a demo version for me. So it's just going to auto glitch stuff out as it is. So I'm going to start a different clip, and I'm going to take this fader down. I'm going to go in here. So it's just messing that signal up. So what I can do is have it going, and then you can glitch it out and kind of manipulate that. So you take away the original signal, you add the affected version in, and stuff like that can sound particularly cool if you're like mixing tracks together. So let me start this track somewhere in the middle here, and I'm going to start this next track at bar 93. deeper with this. You can have multiple effects, you know. So a somewhat standard one to do these days is to have a ping pong and a reverb set up, and you have these knobs tied to multiple parameters within the ping pong delay and the reverb, so that when you could do it just on one knob, where you like push the one knob up and it gradually increases the wetness and the feedback of the delay and the wetness and the size of the reverb, so it creates a nice long smooth tail. So that's a good example. You can use bit crushers or beat repeats or anything really that you find works well. One of the things that I found is pretty neat recently is to use the Ozone 5 imager, and to tie the it's a multi-band imaging unit, stereo imaging, and so you can set up the multiple bands to different amounts of stereo width, you know, weirdness, and that has a very interesting effect on the sound. I don't have it set up because I have it set up in my Live 9 DJ thing right now, which I'll be doing a video of later, but hopefully that should be some explanation as to what's going on. Oh, also, if you are not getting any signal through these, you might want to check to see that the levels of them are up, and it should be included in the template like this, but the fader set up to, or the sends and return set up to pre-fader. Okay, hopefully that was instructive.